Something amazing has released, well, early released anyway, at least for some who were willing to spend a little extra coin. And let me tell you, they are all about it. We're talking Dragon Ball Z on That Game Plays.
Dragon Ball Sparking Zero has huge early access launch with over 91,000 peak concurrent players and very positive reviews. Sorry, I started it. I had to finish it. Go ahead, Marvin.
No, I am one of those 91,000 peak concurrent players. I got early access, and I've been playing for 2 days.
Okay, so I have to ask you then, is it true that you had to have paid at least $100 in order to get early access to this game?
I'm trying to remember what I paid. Something around there, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. Cheap. Number 16 on the Steam concurrence list. And not only is the game seeing a monster early access, but players are giving the game very positive reviews on Steam. Demiga wrote, best Dragon Ball game I've ever played compared to Xenoverse, Breakers, Fighters, and Kakarot. I can say that this game is by far the most entertaining Dragon Ball game I've ever played. Please provide your counterpoint, sir.
How do you know it's wrong?
Oh, no, yes, I have.
Oh, I didn't know you were playing it early access.
So I have it. And also, no, it's good, but I'm a personal fan of Fighters. I think Fighters is the best Dragon Ball game ever made. I think that's
I can't stand Fighters.
That captures the actual combat of the game to me, like 1-to-1. So I love Fighters more than anything. I'm also an actual competitive fighter player. So
it's a 2D fighter. I can't get into it.
That's why I love it.
When I play a Dragon Ball game, I want to be flying all over the place. I want to be destroying things. That's what.
I don't know. I can do that. I can do that in Fighters, except for flying. I can fly because I can fly across the screen.
The thing that I loved I loved the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and that is what this is a sequel to. And we haven't had a new Budokai Tenkaichi since I think the PlayStation 2. So I was very, very excited to get this game, and maybe the 360 PS3 era. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, I was super excited to get this game, and it plays just like the Budokai Tenkaichi games. It's exactly what I wanted.
So then you're endorsing this game for sure. Okay. You've how many hours have you put in it? Just tell us all about it. Let's go for it.
You know what? I don't know how many hours I've put in. I've played a bunch of the story modes. I've played through most of Goku's. I've done all of Frieza's. I've done all of Gohan's. I've done part of Piccolo's. So, I've played quite a bit. I've done all the world tournaments because that was always my favorite thing in the original Budokai Tenkaichi is doing the world tournaments. It's just a lot of fun. I can't wait for my brothers to get it so that we can recreate our amazing Budokai Tenkaichi fights from when we were kids. We used to actually have, whenever we would get a new fighting game, especially a Dragon Ball fighting game, we'd have a draft, and you would draft the fighters that are your fighters, and the other ones couldn't use them. And it led to a lot of fights and a lot of my mother having to get involved.
Can I just suggest you've played over a dozen hours of the game?
Probably at least, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to do a review for the channel, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. At some point.
Good.
When I could create more time out of thin air, yes, I will do that. Okay. But yes, it is. It plays. If you like Budokai Tenkaichi, then you will love this game. It plays just like an updated version of that. The visuals are stunning. The flight mechanics are fantastic. It takes a little bit of getting used to it first, with the block, especially coming from me. I was just replaying Kakarot, so getting reused to the way the mechanics work was a little bit jarring for me, but for the most part, I am just in love with this game. I think the roster is great. Now, look, they say there's 180 something characters. There's not. They're counting transformations as characters, so there's 20 different Gokus in this game, which is a little bit ridiculous. The actual Budokai Tenkaichi. Spencer, do you remember which one it was? The one that had every character in Dragon Ball. Was it Budokai Tenkaichi
3? I think 3.
Yeah. It had a massive roster. You had the Pilaf machine in there. You had every character that appeared in Dragon Ball.
I asterisk that too. I asterisk that too, though, Marvin, because you also get here's Frieza Soldier, here's Saiyan Soldier, and they all have the same moveset. So it's
Yeah, I think it was one of the cosmetics of it.
Right. It's
for sure. I'm not dinging it. I'm just saying it's one of those funny Like, don't go in expecting Kui to have all of his have a unique moveset.
Yeah. Well, Queen usually has a unique moveset, but like the regular Frieza.
Not then. Not back then. He didn't.
Oh yeah. And there are like Frieza soldiers in this. They don't like. There are a lot of characters where I was like, really, they're not in there. Like, but I'm assuming a lot of them are going to be DLC. Like all the superhero characters, like the androids from Superhero.
I'm pretty sure Superhero is going to be DLC. That's what I sort of assumed.
Beast, Gohan, Piccolo in the helmet. Like I'm sure those characters have
Cell probably.
Cell Max, yeah.
As another big boss fight.
They have the giant characters in this. Like you can do the
that's what I mean. Like the Uzurus, yeah.
You can do those transformations.
I'm just like, as a person who is, I watched Toonami back in the day, and now I've got Dragon Ball Z. When I have a day that I can turn on something in the background while I work, and you can stop paying attention to Dragon Ball for about 10 minutes at a time, and nothing will have happened. So I've got this cursory knowledge of the series. Watching you guys go off here is fantastic.
Well, they'll stare at each other for 15 minutes, and you'll get like all the different characters like little internal monologue while Goku and Cell stare each other down.
Like the Spirit Bomb episode, or was it the entire Spirit Bomb arc? Was that 3 episodes that were based?
The Spirit Bomb is the ultimate move that never beats anybody except for Majin Buu at the end.
Yeah. So
everybody kicks out of the Spirit Bomb.
It sounds like this is probably going to be a hit on their hands. But okay, I'll give you my personal question on this. If I've never played a Dragon Ball Z game, is this the one to start with?
I think you would. I think you'd be able to get a handle of it pretty well.
I think pretty much any Dragon Ball video game is pretty accessible.
Yeah. It's a 3D fighter, so you have complete range of the entire stage. The stages are all destructible, so like you can throw somebody through a building or through a mountain, and those things stay destroyed. It's a power fantasy game. In like, if you ever really wanted to feel like what it's like to be in that Dragon Ball universe, this is the game, because I mean, you're bashing people around, you're speeding ahead of them, bashing them again. It's excellent. I really, really love it.
All right, I guess.
Spencer, have you had the similar thoughts on
Sorry,
that?
I was taking a drink of water. No, I completely agree with Marvin's read of it. Just because I like fighters more does not mean I don't like this one. I love this one. I just prefer the that. Yeah, just an opinion thing. I love this game. Everybody go pick it up if you like Dragon Ball. If you have even an inkling, you're gonna have fun with it.
All right. This sounds like an easy purchase for me. Probably not going to pay the $100 right off the bat, but this sounds fantastic to me.